Hey y'all, welcome back to Trendy DIY 29, back with another video. And this video is going to be the same old, same old. I'm going to show you guys around the garden. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff that is ready. I see some large size tomatoes, so we're just going to do a quick little garden tour, and then I will do a quick harvest. And then I'm also going to make a dinner with this stuff. This is a dinner I made like a week or so ago. It was so good, but I didn't film it. So I'm going to film it for you guys. Last week I made it with chicken. This week I'm going to make it with shrimp. So make sure that you stay tuned so that you can see the harvest. And then you will be another video uploading, which will show you how I'm going to prepare these tomatoes, which is going to be a really good recipe. As you can see, I need to get down here. Look, it's shredding it again. And there goes another one. So they're just going to keep going on here. And I'm just going to have to keep plucking these off. It's ridiculous. I still have not came out of here. Look, there go another one. I haven't came out of here to get them off. And I need to cover this with tulle because it's literally eating this. And I want to spray this down with neem oil. As you guys can see, they are literally obliterating. Oh, look, they're actually, the curly kale look like it wants to come back. So hopefully it'll come back. And I just got to come out and get some tulle, like that tutu fabric, and you can use that to cover up your plants. Look at this. This is what you don't want to see. So I'm going to go ahead and scrape that off. I'm sorry guys, you can't see that, but this looks like eggs on here. Show you guys that. You see that? So I'm just gonna scrape these off. I can't do it with you guys with me holding the camera, so I'm going to come back, but I want you guys to see this right there. Those are eggs, which are going to turn into these little green caterpillars. So you want to make sure you pull them. Here go another one, all off. She has been busy laying eggs all over this thing, man. This is crazy. And I'll come back and do something about that. But I brought a big basket, guys, so hopefully we fill it up. So we're going to get some tomatoes. I'm going to be making a garlic parmesan pasta with shrimp and tomatoes and basil, and it's going to be so good. And if there's some other ingredients out here in the garden, I'll throw that in there. So we're going to go ahead and get our Tammy G's. So many of them. They're beautiful. I just love walking out into the garden and seeing these bright colors. You just pick these up for our dinner. I got to watch my cat because he's been getting into the neighbor's yard and it's getting on my nerves. You see, this one's a little damaged, so I'm not going to pick it. I'll come back and throw it out. You guys can see my freaking Tammy G's have grown all the way over here where the sun sugars were. So the Tammy G, as you guys can see, is getting really heavy with fruit that it's falling over. So I'm going to have to do something about the fruit because that is just a lot. Get some sun sugars, which are my favorite. And this is an indeterminate. So this is what to expect with the indeterminate. Oh, drop one. Gotta go get it. That's what to expect with the indeterminate. You know what? I don't know where it is. I'm just going to leave it. But when you get indeterminate, expect to have a lot of tomatoes forming. Because this is what happens. And it's literally being taken over with tomatoes. And like, you guys see these little orange ones? You can use these ones too. But when I don't see them bright red, I just leave them on for another day or so. Perfectly fine. You don't need to pick every single one. Tomatoes will last. Oh, here it go. It fell down there. You guys can see I have way more Tammy G's than sun sugar. So to me, it seems like the Tammy G's are a little bit more prolific than the sun sugar. Because like all of this, look at this. This is just crazy, guys. How am I going to stake this up? I don't know. I'm going to have to go to the store and get some 6-foot poles maybe and do a few poles down here. This is crazy. Move over here to our cucumbers. Let's see. We have some cucumber action, guys. Look, we got one right there. Another one. Look at him. He's just as cute as he wants to be. You know what? I might just cut him because he grew weird because it was in the it was inside of one of these holes right here, and when cucumbers get stuck in a weird place, they'll grow weird. So this is what I ended up with. It's hilarious, but I'll dice him up, put him in a salad. Okay, more cucumbers. I'll show you guys. Sorry, it's a little bit shaky. I need to figure out what can I get. If anybody knows what I can get so I can film and have my hands and everything will work. I don't know, is there such thing as something that you can like mount to your chest or mount to your head? But I'm scared that the angle is going to be wrong because I move around, I bend over and stuff, so might not be that great. Here goes another one that's down there. Some more coming up here. Let's see. And there's really not much on that side. Rosemary, beautiful. And here's our wax beans, guys. Oh, we have a lot. Let's pick these. Wow. Look at all of these. I really truly believe like when you pick stuff for the first time, it's like the second wave always comes in faster. Because look at this. Oh my gosh, I need to find my cat, guys. He's always going somewhere that he don't have no business going. Let me see if I see him, which I don't. So it's about to be annoying. I'm trying to see if I see my animal. And I don't. It's annoying, which means he probably went back in my neighbor's yard. So this is about to be his last time coming outside until I can board up the side because he's just not listening. He's not listening. If you have a hard-headed cat, leave it in the comments because they can be hard-headed. All these beans, guys. And I did read online the best ways to freeze your beans is that you should, what do you call it? Throw them in some boiling water or blanch them. Yeah. You should blanch them first. Because this is a nice amount of beans in here, guys. Like, I'm really proud of this. I really was going to rip this out, too, thinking, oh, well, it's taking too long. Nothing's really going to come. But if you guys see this, I think this may be the most beans that I've picked in a minute. And the heat has slowed down. We've been having 60-degree nights, like 80-degree days, which is not that hot. Just look at this. This baby is prolific now. Now we're in business with the beans. More beans down here. Like, this is almost too big. Because when you see it to start bulge, like this one is entirely too big. Let me show you guys. Look how big this is. This is what you don't want your beans to get. You see how big it is? You don't want that. That's the only thing beans hide. You gotta really dig. When I get off of this video, when I'm done filming this video, I'll probably go back with 2 hands to make sure, another one, that I'm getting them all. Because there's so many beans in here. Another one. I might end up putting this in my pasta. Because there's not too many, but it's a nice amount. That's the one thing, like when you're cooking out of your garden, feel free to add in a lot of stuff that you normally wouldn't put into food. Don't let it go bad. Don't feel like, oh, well, I need to make green beans with these green beans. No, you don't. You can add this into any other dish. So I think that I'm pretty good with the green bean harvesting. I see a lot of little baby ones in here, so I'll probably have another harvest of green beans coming soon. So yeah, that's it, guys. So go over here. Look at the tomato. This is the pink one. It's doing really good. Has a lot of tomatoes on there. This is our chili peppers. Look at them. So many on here. So I'm looking forward to that. I want to make hot sauce. Guys, look at these carrots. Now I'm going to look down in here and see. You see how you look at your carrots to see if you actually need to thin them out? I don't see any carrot. Like, they really do probably need to be thinned out, but I let them get so tall. I don't know what I'm going to do. But look at this. You don't see anything pushing out the dirt. You know that they're not ready. So just leave them like that. And then the onions are over here, and I have no idea. That's a weed. What's going on with these onions, but I'm just going to leave them in there. And hopefully I'll figure out how to grow onions from seed. Look at this echinacea. It is putting on a lot of flower buds, so we should be in action. Have some echinacea soon. The calendula is beautiful. And I need to start collecting the flower buds because I want to dry these out for my business. And look how red these are. These babies are ready. They've been ready. Trying to hold the camera and cut these is so complicated. Oop. You really don't want to let them drop like that. I'm trying to get the basket organized, guys. Okay, and scissors. Get another one. Look at that. And look, I didn't even pay attention. Pay attention when you cut and stuff, guys, because look. It was a baby one on that side, so I accidentally cut it off, so now he won't mature. This one is massive. And I try to do like a little snip so that they don't fall. And then I try to like twist it to get it off. Sometimes this works, sometimes it don't. It's just you really don't want your fruit to fall because you're going to bruise it. But look, this is kind of cat face, but this is a big one. And I'm going to weigh these. I'm going to remember to weigh these this time. And guys, look, the pink Brandywine over here is blushing, is turning pink. So that should be fun. Let me cut some of these off. You see this right here? This is how you know when your stuff's going to flower. You see that? My spearmint is going to flower. I'm just going to cut these flowers off the top. And this is just going to slow the plant down. Because we've had a lot of heat, so the plant is signaling into itself, okay, we need to save ourselves. So I just cut the tops off. Yeah, I could dry it out, but it's alright. We have all of these. I want to do a back so you guys can see the trellis. This is how the trellis looks so far, the tomatoes. And you see it's working its way up there. Eventually it'll make it to the top. But we're going to go over here and pick these. Just so many. This is more than enough tomatoes. Like my boyfriend, he doesn't super love tomatoes. He'll eat tomatoes and stuff, but he doesn't like to just eat them raw like I do by himself. But I'm putting a lot of tomatoes in my pasta today, so that should be good. So I got all of those off. Let's go check on our pole beans, guys. There goes our pole beans. You see they're getting nice and pretty. They haven't started to climb yet, but they will. Just got to be patient. This needs to be dead-headed. This is what happens when you have a lot of hot weather. This is the yellow tomato. It has not started to really produce anything, and I really need to try to trim down this, what is this? This is nasturtium. But look, the nasturtiums has flowers in them. It's just that I used a lot of nitrogen because I wanted it to be thick and pretty, and I got my thickness, but I did not get that many flowers. So I'll probably come in and trim some of these nasturtiums off, guys. So you can see it, it's like growing onto the tomato, and I want to make sure that the tomato has the space that it needs. So you guys can see nasturtium leaves coming through there. I need to cut these and trim them because I don't want them to bother the tomato. Look at our squash. We have a lot of growth. I want to say that this is a black beauty squash, and that one I want to say is a, what is this? This is the round zucchini, and this is just a regular black zucchini, which is going to be like the long green one. And look at this, guys. This is a freaking tomato stem from, believe it or not, this plant all the way back here, because look, it has a tomato on it. So this needs to be pruned. I mean, not pruned, but it needs to be staked up because it fell over because of this tomato. So I'm going to have to do something about that. Let's check on our big eggplant, guys. This is our beautiful big eggplant. Look at that. Look at that. This crap, sometimes eggplants look like something out of an alien movie. I'm going to move this out so I can have space. But look, it's forming not one, not two, but it's forming 3 big-ass eggplants. Excuse my language. And look, there's another one coming up here. So to me, it seems like this one is super prolific. Just look at this. Like, I grew this. I cannot believe it. And it's heavy, too. I just touched it. It's, like, kind of heavy. So let's see if our beans are doing anything. Here we go. We have our, and look, here goes our other tomatoes. And you see it fell over because it has a tomato on it. This needs to be staked up, guys. You see that? So I'm going to need to stake that because this tomato fell over, which is crushing my cucumber. And you see my yellow cucumber, my regular cucumber, and then a different cucumber. So a lot of stuff needs to be trellised up. I'm just going to lay it back down. And remember, this is okay. Tomatoes, they normally grow on the ground. We grow our tomatoes upright, but in nature, tomatoes will grow on the side. They will lay down. They'll just put out roots, and they'll grow all over the ground, almost like a vining bush. So if you see a tomato do this, it's perfectly fine. The stems are really strong. Don't worry about it. This is another Cherokee purple, which needs to be staked up. I haven't been out here in a few days, so a lot going on. Let's go over here to this squash and see what's going on. Look at this. This really needs to be deadheaded, guys. Look at all of that stuff. And then you can see that this squash is dead. This is a second squash, and it's actually still alive, which is shocking to me because I thought that he was dead. So basically, this one squash died. This squash, you can see, is really big and it's healthy, but it's moving over there. This one is still here. Doesn't look the greatest. It looks beat up, if you guys can see. You could tell the squash bug got to it. Look. So instead of trying to save this plant, just rip it out and grow another one. The squash bug hasn't really got to this one. So I'm going to keep this one. I'm probably going to cut all of these out and just put more seeds in here. And I'll have more, like another squash plant literally ready to harvest in literally 40 days. So not that big of a deal. Look how good that looks from the back. Look, you can really see the pink down behind it. And look, guys, speaking of squash bugs, here goes one. This is what they look like. Right there. That is a squash bug. And what they do is they inject toxins inside of your plant. So this is a squash bug. Knock him off like I did. Hopefully I didn't knock him onto my shirt, but he's on there, which lets me know that I have squash bug problem right now. So I need to get working on that. And let's see what's going on with the garden stock. Okay, we got another cayenne pepper plant. It's coming in. Green beans, not too much. Fat green. I don't know why green beans grow like this. If anybody knows, sometimes they get fat and then they just don't do anything else really. Hyssop is doing good. This is hilarious, guys. This freaking cucumber got one little leaf, and look, it has the nerve to be producing a cucumber. That's why I say don't worry about it. Gardening is not that serious. It shouldn't be scary because plants, they want to grow. They want to grow. They want to live. This is the Empire cantaloupe. Not really doing much. This is the stuff that I brought, guys, if you wonder what that is. That is the crystal pellets that you put in that soaks up water to keep your stuff damp. Look at this. This is a bee, and I don't know what he's doing. Let me see. Where is he? Right there. I don't know what he's doing. There's no flowers over here. He's on a cucumber leaf. Who knows what he's doing. Look how good the lacinato kale is. This is what, more green beans. Nothing's in there. These are the newer green bean plants that I added. I just pop in new seeds, and just when I see like something might not make it, I'll just continue. And then I have ground cherries everywhere, guys. Look at this. This is why they call them ground cherries. Look, they all over the ground. So you literally, they will be attacked by bugs, and that's why I love the fact that they come in their own little wrapper. So you just pick your ground cherries up. It comes in a wrapper. You're perfectly fine. I still wash mine. So we're just going to pick our ground cherries up, and then I'm going to go through this plant, and I'm going to pull off all of the ground cherries that seem like they're ready, which are going to be all the yellow ones. Let me see. Organizing the basket again, guys, because the basket, I don't like to have it all mixed up. I like to know what came from where and what is what. So my ground cherries over there. Okay, so all we're gonna do, just pick these little yellow ones off. I'll probably have a full, I might try to make a ground cherry slushy, because it really tastes like pineapple. It really does. At first I was skeptical, and oh, it's a pineapple ground cherry. I'm like, oh, it's not gonna taste like pineapple. Really? No, it really does taste like pineapple. So I'm still searching for them. As you find them, just pull them off. See any more ground cherries? Just looking for the real yellow ones. Last time I had a lot of ground cherries ready. Oh, that one fell. That's how you know they're ready. You just knock into them, they'll fall off the plant. Okay, I want to say, look who decided to join us again. Kylo. He came back. Keep going in people's yard is annoying to me. Putting his life in danger. They have a dog, so I don't like him in the yard, and I need to stop that. Okay, so that's good. We have our ground cherries, so let's get up here and see what this is. What's going on up here, guys? We got some eggplants ready. But you see these eggplants? They will actually get bigger than this, and I'm not really ready to use them. So what I'm gonna do, I can see it's putting off new eggplants, so it's okay, it's being productive. So I'm just gonna leave these eggplants on the plant because I don't have a use for them tonight. I could put them in my pasta, but I plan on going to the beach on Sunday, so I want to do some grilled veggies. So I'm gonna leave these on, and hopefully by the time Sunday comes, they won't be too big, or hopefully that they will be the perfect size for picking, because you don't want to leave eggplant on too long because they will become bitter. But I've heard that the Ichiban, or the Japanese eggplant, it doesn't really get bitter too easily, so it's not something to really worry about. Beautiful cayens, man. I just love these peppers. Look how long this one is, guys. Look at that. Look at this one. Just beautiful. I'm so amazed by nature. And there's something up here. Okay. Oh, that's the lacinato kale. So it's okay. And guys, this is the cucumber. Look how big these cucumber leaves are. It's growing up this whole entire thing. It started down here like I showed you. I'm trying to see if there's any cucumbers hanging from here. I do see some cucumbers, but they are not ready. See, there go one right there. But it's just amazing. Look, the cucumber just going and going. Just follow the yellow flower road. You know the yellow brick road. It's like literally a yellow flower road. And look, here's the top of the cucumber. It had made it all the way from the bottom of the green stalk all the way to the top. It's crazy. This right here, these are the dragon tongue beans. I don't know what's going on with the dragon tongue beans, but I have not gotten a freaking bean yet. But look, I see something happening, so beans should be coming soon, hopefully. My Swiss chard, finally I'm getting big leaves. It's pretty. I love it. And Swiss chard is really good. It's good. So grow it. It's like your green. You can use this as your greens since you can't plant lettuce during the wintertime like that. And you guys can see, it's another bell pepper. And what else? The patio hybrid is doing pretty well. And I see I have a lot of little empty spots in here. So I'm going to throw some seeds in here, because I don't like to have no empty spots. Ooh, grand finale, guys. Look at this. We have the purple beans. Some of them are actually ready. So I'm just going to go in here and get these. Look at that. This is pretty. You can grow this, even if you don't like beans. I would grow this as an ornamental plant because it's just so pretty with the purple beans. You can see the purple and green stems with the little purple flowers. It's just a really pretty bean. Let me find out. I only see one that's ready. Like, that's terrible. Oh, here goes another one, guys. Let me get him. Another one. Get this one. Another one up here. Get this one. Like I said, try to wear gloves because you don't know what you're digging in. Like, it could be spiders. And I know spiders like to build their little spider webs in here. Sometimes I'll leave them alone because I feel like they're helping me. Some of them can be eating the aphids or eating whatever. But when I don't recognize stuff, I panic and I just get rid of it because I don't want to risk thinking that it's helping me and it's actually hurting me. But you can see there's a lot of beans that are starting to form in here. So I should literally, look, there goes a spider right there. So yeah. So I'll put these little beans in here. Okay. So I want to say I went to all of my green beans, but just to make sure, I'm going to double check because I told you guys the green bean plants literally start hiding. Hi, baby. Look at him. Crazy. This is an animal who loves a garden. He loves the garden. He really does. So I don't really see, guys, any more green beans. But something is telling me there has to be more green beans in here. Look, the little tomatoes, the baby tomatoes, finally I see little baby flowers on there. So something soon, hopefully. But I really don't see that many green beans growing, guys. Like, these are all new green bean plants, but there's nothing on them. This, guys, is 2 lemon cucumber plants. And the bee literally is still on here. Look. I don't know what this bee is doing. He's literally on there. I just knocked into it. I don't know if he's dead or what. But hopefully he's alive. But, yeah, the bell pepper, guys, is getting bigger by the day. But, oh, my God, boy, are these slow. And there goes another pepper. The bell peppers grow really, really slow. I wasn't expecting it to be this slow, though. Because I know that they're a bigger pepper. The bigger the fruit or vegetable, the longer it's going to take. So I want to say this is probably all. No, I need some basil for dinner. So let me go hunt down the basil. Let me show you guys. Look, the flowers are finally here like I showed you in the last video. And look, one opened. So there's one open so far. But this is going to be crazy. Look at all these flower buds. It's going to be so crazy. And then look at the echinacea. I mean, not the echinacea. The calendula. It's like not doing too good. It's like all spotty with lines on it and stuff. So I'm going to have to spray this down to try to protect it. With some neem oil, though, because I plan on using that in my body product, so I don't want to put anything that is harmful. So I'm just going to use neem oil because it's organic. And the calendula was acting stupid, but finally we have some calendula. I mean, is this calendula? No, this is chamomile. I'm sorry. We finally have some chamomile growing. So hopefully it'll get real big and bushy. For some reason, it's hard for me to get this stuff big and bushy. This is a lettuce blend. I just left it in here. It already bolted. It tastes nasty, but it's just pretty. I just leave it in here, hoping that that something will eat this instead of eating my other plants, but it doesn't want to. And then just to help my plants bush out, I come and I cut some of the tops off of my basil. This is increased bushy growth to make it bushy. So that's all I do. And then it releases the scent, which a lot of insects don't like. So you want to release your scent of your plants. And now it smells strong like basil over here. And then I have some more basil over here that I'm trying to get bushy. So I'm just going to go and cut some. And I know I need some for dinner. So I'm just going to cut a lot of it. Okay, it didn't cut. I need to get me some better scissors, guys. Trying to hold this and cut the plant at the same time is just like hell to try to do this. So I have some basil. Okay, and This basil over here is getting kind of tall. So I'm just going to trim some of this basil off as well to increase bushy growth. I don't really need this much basil. I could dry it, but I'm growing so much basil that I really don't need to really care whether I waste it. But what I like to do is I like to sprinkle basil as well around the garden. So just wherever you feel like insects or pests like to go, like down here, I'll just put some basil down there. And then just sprinkle basil throughout the garden. Throw some down there. And I could smell it. It's really strong. I just want to look at this squash one more time, because I don't really see any female flowers, and that's what I'm looking for. The female flowers are going to be the ones with the little squash on the end. And I'm scared to like grab it because these are spiky. I think I'm just going to leave that in, cut the other ones out and plant some more and figure it out, because I'm not going to sit here and hope when I could just plant something else. And then I wanted to show you guys the Swiss chard that I grew here is doing good. These are the onions, the scallion that I got from the grocery store. As you guys can see, they're finally standing up straight. So hopefully I'm growing some onions right there. And this is the broccoli. It's been completely mutilated. So the broccoli, I'm probably just going to start all over again. So let's go and check out the harvest, guys. So look at this. This is the best basket yet. So this is all the stuff we got. We got beach. I said beach. We have some of our burgundy beans. We have some yellow wax beans. We have some ground cherries. We have Tammy G tomatoes. We have some sun sugar tomatoes. We have beefsteak tomatoes. We have one national pickling cucumber, and then we have some basil. And I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go in. I'm at home. I'm going to go in and I'm going to prepare a really good shrimp with garlic and Parmesan butter sauce with pasta, and it's going to be out of this world. And then I'm going to try to serve it with a side salad. So make sure that you look out for this video, and I should be uploading it soon. So make sure you like, you share, and you subscribe, and I'll be back with another video.